The following contest is a singles match set for one fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on IWTV Independent Wrestling Television for the best Texas wrestling has to offer, New Texas Pro.
Making his way to the ring from the great state of California. He is the champion of all Texas, J.J. Blake.
Double J, J.J. Blake, making his way to the ring to start things off here for New Texas Pro, draped up. We are live in the Houston Premier Arena, deep in the heart of Texas in Houston, Texas. I'm Sammy Kiss. We're going to be sticking with you for a night of great action, including in our main event, the IWTV Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as AC Mack defends against Il Intocable Gino Medina. But first, we're going to kick things off with the self-professed King of Wrestling in Texas.
I didn't ask for your opinion. I don't want your opinion. Let me tell each and every one of you peons something. You stupid, insolent, slow Texans are disrespecting me right now, and I do not appreciate it. After all shut up. After all I've done for you people, I've given you a champion to look up to, a champion of the television, a champion of all Texas. I have done so much. I'm the first heavyweight champion of New Texas Pro, and here you guys are disrespecting me like I'm a nobody. Well, I got something for y'all. Look here, whatever. I'm the first champion of the New Texas. I was the first champion of the Tag Team Texas, and I'm going to be the first ever Triple Crown champion. I'm going to be the first ever everything around here. Because you all need to be reminded that you're idiots and you have no one to look up to but a California king such as myself. So you thank me for coming out here from California all the way down this
JJ, enough. See, you got me ruining the natural order of things around here and coming out before the mic. But that's okay, I'll introduce myself. Now introducing Erik Lockhart. Just a second, JJ. Houston. You know what? I'll tell you right now, I was living in this city when JJ Blake first came to town, and it was something because he knew everything, and you couldn't tell him anything. And to be honest, he was kind of a dick. But you put in the work. You won matches, you won titles, you don't let anyone forget that you won those titles. And I can honestly say now that when we look at the wrestlers based out of Houston, top 10, even top 5, JJ Blake, you are still a dick.
Well, all right then.
But you're talking about these titles. Last time I was here, Astroworld 2, I got kicked between the legs right in my JJ Blake. And then got beat shortly after by Stephen Wolf. Now he's in the #1 contenders match tonight. I can't help but feel if I would have won that, that would have been me. Because I'm not going to front. I can't speak for everyone back there. But me, I'm here to be New Texas Pro Wrestling Champion. So how to get back on track? Well, like I said, you won matches. You were the first ever New Texas Pro Wrestling Champion. And even in losing that, you stayed right up and near the top of the mountain. So JJ Blake, you're the guy I need to beat. Yeah. So let's stop talking. No one wants to hear you. I'm sick of talking. Let's do what was advertised. JJ Blake versus Erik Lockhart.
All right, well, here we go, and the bell rings, and not a lot of time JJ Blake giving to Erik Lockhart as we kick things off here at Draped Up for New Texas Pro. There you see Double J, JJ Blake, the first ever New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion. Also, he was one half of the first ever New Texas Pro Tag Team Champion. Likes to call himself Mr. First Ever, but it looks like we get a pinfall victory here from Erik Lockhart. Now, wait a minute! It looked like a 3-back, but JJ's feet were in the ropes. Big drop kick from Erik Lockhart, looking to make up for that loss against Stephen Wolf at Astro World 2. If he get a big victory here tonight over JJ Blake, he might earn this. I'm joined at the commentary table by Ted Holloway. How do you feel, Ted, about the comments made by Erik Lockhart renaming the southern part of Erik Lockhart here?
I think it's definitely a lofty goal of Erik Lockhart's. You know, he said he wants to become New Texas Pro Champion, and he says that JJ Blake is the man that he needs to beat. I mean, he's coming into the prison. He's trying to take out.
Well, up here, two count only.
He's trying to take out one of the biggest guys in the yard in JJ Blake.
Got exchange of pinfalls here between these two very experienced athletes. They know each other very well. Of course, Erik Lockhart has never been New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion. That's something that JJ Blake knows a lot about. He goes for another cover here. Hooks the far leg and got a 2 count. JJ Blake, a former New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion, former Tag Team Champion. He wants to become New Texas Pro's first ever Triple Crown Champion, Ted. And to do that, he's going to have to win the New Texas Pro Lone Star Championship.
Now, Sammy, I know you said he's former New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion, former New Texas Pro Tag Team Champion. I don't think it's enough to just say he's a former champion. He's a former inaugural champion for both of those titles.
That's right. He's Mr. First Ever. He's not going to be able to be the first ever Lone Star Champion, but if he has his way, he'll be next in line after tonight's triple threat match as Tommy Becker defends the Lone Star Championship against Sean Hendricks and Kerry Wright. Right now here in our opening contest, we've got JJ Blake taking a lot of liberties here with Erik Lockhart, who returned to New Texas Pro just a couple months ago and really needs to start building up some momentum here if he wants to get a shot at the New Texas Pro Heavyweight Championship.
Referee Isaac Buyan counting to 5, trying to back up JJ Blake off those ropes. Boots to the chest of Erik Lockhart.
Erik Lockhart doesn't know everything, but he does know a lot. And he's going to need to put that pro wrestling pedigree to use against someone with the experience of JJ Blake. These two well evenly matched in terms of experience in this business.
Middle rope right into the throat of Erik Lockhart.
You see the vicious expression on the face of JJ Blake. You heard him at the top of this matchup saying that he feels disrespected by the fans here in Houston, disrespected by the fans of New Texas Pro, considering the fact that JJ Blake was the first ever New Texas champion. I can't say that I blame him.
Beautiful strike exchange here from JJ Blake and Erik Lockhart.
And Erik Lockhart, look at that, firing up, bringing the fight to Blake here. There's a reversal. Oh! JJ Blake cuts Erik Lockhart right back down. Here's another quick cover.
Still only a count of 2 for JJ Blake.
Thank you for joining us here for New Texas Pro Draped Up. We are here on IWTV, Independent Wrestling Television, where you can see the very best in independent pro wrestling from right here at the Houston Premier Arena.
Sammy, do you know how to get one of those IWTV fanny packs?
I'm not sure. You might have to ask our champion, H.C. Mack, who's going to be defending that IWTV championship for the first time here tonight in our main event. But that is, of course, if he's able to walk out as he's defending his championship against Gino Medina. And you see JJ Blake getting in the face of the referee.
Erik Lockhart kick to the midsection of JJ Blake.
Erik Lockhart, one of the most tenacious athletes. You see JJ Blake trying to muscle him up, and he does. Got the technique. There, JJ Blake wearing down, hooks the far leg again, and 2 count only. A lot of body on body there. JJ Blake knows how much heart is in Erik Lockhart here. We're talking about how JJ Blake is a former New Texas Pro Tag Team Champion. The first ever New Texas champions. It was JJ Blake with Cam Cole, of course. Erik Lockhart, best known for his team with the brothers Lockhart, but going on solo in the singles career here so far in New Texas Pro. And he's got his sights really high, going for the main top prize here at New Texas Pro, but JJ Blake has other plans in store for young Lockhart.
Erik Lockhart looking like he's trying to feed off the energy of the crowd here in the Premier Arena.
It's the Houston Premier Arena, the home of New Texas Pro.
Fans starting to rally behind him. Oh,
look at that technique. Lockhart rolls him up, and oh man, 2.5. And JJ Blake almost caught by surprise here.
Erik Lockhart back on it though. Not taking any time after that fall, or after that pin attempt, I should say.
For that big cross body, but look at the strength of JJ Blake catching Lockhart, and now putting him up in that fireman carry, and just sends him down, crashing into the canvas. Cover here, is that enough? No, 2 count. The frustration on JJ Blake. Taking a sign here with Erik Lockhart. JJ Blake was a part of that huge 6-man tag team match at Texas Indie Showcase 2, where it was Team Loco versus Team New Texas Pro. It was Max Heights, Mysterious Q, and JJ Blake. And with the victory secured for Team New Texas Pro, each member of that team was given a golden opportunity. Each of them gets a shot at whatever champion, whatever matchup they want here at New Texas Pro. And JJ Blake has yet to name what matchup he was like, but considering he has said that he wants to be the first Triple Crown winner in New Texas Pro history, you gotta believe he's got his eyes set on the Lone Star champion. And here comes Erik Lockhart, looking to dampen any of those prospects that JJ Blake might have. But foot face lock got out of the way from JJ Blake. And here comes Lockhart, God! Big back elbow. Experience is the best teacher. Erik Lockhart, you can show. And look at that, going for, I thought it was going to be maybe a short blockbuster, but then to the front face lock here. Oh, God!
Erik Lockhart looking to put a damper on JJ Blake's aspirations of becoming the first ever Triple Crown champion.
That's right, so much on the line every time any of these athletes step in. Wait, no, wait a minute, JJ Blake's got that hammer.
Oh, come on.
Referee doesn't see. No, wait, JJ Blake goes, swings. Erik Lockhart, thank God, ducks out of the way. And Erik Lockhart looking for the post drop.
Covered by Lockhart.
Post drop connects, and that's a big win for Erik Lockhart.
The winner of this match, Erik Lockhart.
A huge victory for Erik Lockhart, building momentum as he strives for the top prize here in New Texas Pro. He's got his sights set on the New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion, Brian Keith. Disappointment for JJ Blake, trying to smash the face of Erik Lockhart with that hammer. With the wise and savvy veteran able to avoid it. Pulse drop connects, huge win for Erik Lockhart here to kick things off at Draped Up for New Texas Pro.